Hello and welcome to the latest Team Intelligence Hints and Tips update to help unify your team. My name is Greg Boas, I'm the CEO of Boas & Associates. Again, welcome, thanks for joining us. This week I wanted to share with you guys some insights that I had on why time management may not be working in your team as best as it could be. Now, it's a commonly debated area and topic in business and offices. And there are so many models around and so many paradigms and schools of thought of what's the best way to manage your time, do a to-do list, etc. And you know, there are so many new ones that have come through that are really rehashing of the old ones. You know, eat the frog first, do the hardest thing at the beginning of the day, then the day gets easier. But it's just so funny that, and funny in a weird way, how some people seem to be able to just get on with the job and other people just do genuinely struggle with the time, and they find there's so many distractions. And really, I got curious about it many years ago and started studying it from a human behavioural perspective. And it's not the system or the model that's failing the person, it's actually just habits and things that have got them ingrained in their unconscious, which is actually causing them to stall, to procrastinate, whatever you want to call it. So, and it really sort of, you know, intrigues me, because it does affect the productivity of your team. And there are projects on the line, there are so many things that are being affected by the time management skills that your staff have. So anything that we can do to obviously help with that is great from the leadership perspective. It reminds me actually of a story I wanted to share with you guys of a previous sales role that I had. The boss I was working for at the time asked me to contact a sponsor that we'd had for a particular publication. It was an annual thing, and what I found out was that the sponsorship had been offered to another client. So I had the job of calling my client back to give them the bad news, and I wasn't too comfortable with this and thought, oh dear, this is not going to go well. And it really created almost just a nightmare in my own mind. I was really afraid to give them a call, basically because I was just afraid of getting my ear chewed off, so to speak. And I ended up putting it off, and it went from the top of my to-do list to lunchtime to the next day, and then to the next day, and then to the next day. And before I knew it was 2 or 3 weeks later, and I just had to do it. It had to get done. My boss wanted to know what was going on, and I ended up making the call. And for all of the lions and tigers that I sort of made it out to be, it wasn't overly bad. The client wasn't happy, but they did take some ownership of they should have gotten back to us by a particular date, which we asked them to, which was great. But that was just an example of how I used procrastination myself in the past. And I'm sure you guys can sort of think of examples in your own lives, or in colleagues, or perhaps people that are working with you in your team. Now, how do we actually move on from that? So the thing is that each of our personality styles will dictate as to how well we actually manage our time, and actually managing our state, and how we manage our life. And there is a type of personality that is the real go-getter. They'll just go out and do it, and nothing's really going to stop them. Then there's other types of personalities that like to plan out and to plan out and to plan out, and they get stuck in what we call paralysis analysis, which is not really a productive frame of mind, as I'm sure you can agree. Now, there's little intricacies with each of these personality types that really does affect it. And the clients that I've worked with, I've really found that the issues with time management is always stemmed to one of these particular habits that they've got. And when we can highlight and they become actually aware of the habit or the behavior that they're actually doing, which is causing them the time management issue, because time management actually isn't the issue, it's something else, they can uncover that habit. And then what we can do is we can start to work on how to create a new habit, and then get them onto using the time management tools, which can and are very, very effective. So that wraps up this week. Thanks very much for watching. If you are suffering from low productivity, or staff retention, or conflict in your team, there are some resources on our blog. Please feel free to have a look at those. If you'd like to contact us directly, visit our website, www.boasandassociates.com, or give me a call on 0405 298 232, and I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you and see how our team intelligence diagnostic can help you. Until next week, thanks for watching.